Hey everybody, and Tony here with a review of Humperdinck's Hansel and Gretel with conductor Donald Runnicles and the English translation being done by David Poutney, which was live from the Metropolitan Opera House. This review of Hansel and Gretel is dedicated to the fabulous and ever-magnificent Rona Sutton, one of the classiest people I have ever met online and whose works as an opera reviewer I admire so much. Last night, she achieved one major milestone, and that was being one of the winners of the Met Opera Quiz. So, Rona, if you're watching this video, I wish you a very pleasant and happy holidays. I wish you a lot of light, love, and prosperity to you and your family. And congratulations, you definitely earned it. You have definitely worked very hard for this particular thing, and I just wish you all the best in every endeavor you have. And I hope you also enjoy this review of Humperdinck's Hansel and Gretel live from the Metropolitan Opera House. So I was anticipating this particular radio transmission because of the star-studded cast, consisting of Tara Erraught, Lisette Oropesa, Quinn Kelsey, Dolores Zajic, and Gerhard Siegel. I'll gladly talk about them right now, starting off with Tara Erraught as Hansel. Now, Tara Erraught is a lyric mezzo I've been following for quite some time. She specializes in a lot of pants roles, whether they be Cherubino and Octavian, and even some of the perky, girlish roles like Susanna from Nozze di Figaro, Despina from Così fan tutte, Angelina from Cenerentola, and Rosina from Barbiere di Sevilla, just to name a few. She's very well known for her outstanding musicianship and, of course, her darling stage presence. And as I listened to her portrayal of Hansel, I thought that she was absolutely lovely and charismatic. Her voice shone like a cascade of jewels. She had a gorgeous, well-focused, and energetic lyric mezzo instrument which can also reach the heights of a soprano. She was able to embody Hansel with her trademark charm and her trademark lovability, and her performance of this iconic kid character came to life so effectively. She had a lot of charisma and she had a lot of charm, which made her all the more adorable, all the more lovable, and she was enjoyable in this particular part. So I'm not going to mince words here. Tara Erraught did an amazing job embodying Hansel, and I was completely blown away by not only her vocal performance, but her overall skills as a singing actress. Lisette Oropesa was a lovely, sweet, and very pretty Gretel. Her lyric coloratura soprano voice, which shone like silver and gold and was so pristine in its technique, was absolutely thrilling to listen to. Her interpretation of Gretel was unparalleled. She was able to be energetic, loving, fun, and she was just an overall charismatic singing actress. And of course, her chemistry, whether they be singing or acting with Tara Erraught's Hansel, was very palpable. You can feel, hear, and even witness the joy these two superb singers have singing these iconic brother and sister roles. I can definitely tell that they were really having a major ball, and there was a lot of positive energy, not only evidenced in Lisette Oropesa's portrayal of Gretel, but also Tara Erraught's charming and rambunctious performance as Hansel. They complemented each other so well. And of course, you have to leave it up to Lisette Oropesa for being very reliable on all the high notes. She was able to use her marvelous and pristine technique to the greatest of her abilities, and what I managed to get was a sumptuous vocal performance of Gretel being done by the ever fabulous, ever gorgeous, and ever charismatic Lisette Oropesa. So when you have two marvelous performers doing the sibling act, then you also need to back it up with other great supporting players. And luckily for this performance of Hansel and Gretel, there were a lot of equally magnificent singing actors who are able to embody their respective roles. Starting off with Quinn Kelsey as Peter, the broommaker, he was able to use his round, rich, velvety, and very focused, dramatic baritone voice to embody this manly yet really loving father who can be a goofball at times, but he's a lovable goofball. He was able to use that voice so well that I was on the edge of my seat, and his characterization was quite peerless. He was able to make Peter a good-humored, yet kind of stern father who knows what's best for not only his kids, but his family. And at the same time, he was able to have some human qualities which made him all the more lovable, not only as someone who's playing a character, but also someone who hones his craft as a singing actor so effectively. His Witch's Tale solo was ideally haunting and ideally thrilling, and he had the rich and round dramatic baritone voice to help him stand out so well. Then we have the veteran dramatic mezzo-soprano Dolores Zajic embodying Gertrude the mother. Now, I also followed Madame Zajic's career for quite some time. I started knowing about her ever since I was a 12-year-old boy, and I basically read her biography when she performed an Azucena in LA. And I kind of found her rather interesting. Not only did she specialize in the Italianate roles like Amneris, Azucena, Ulrica, Lady Macbeth, and Santuzza, but also the French roles of Dalila, the Russian roles of Marfa, and even a couple of dramatic roles like Ortrud from Lohengrin. She is very well known for her wide vocal range. She can not only hit the depths of a contralto and even have those rich and really awesome middle notes of a mezzo, but she's also able to hit the high notes of a soprano. I could easily compare Madame Zajic to the likes of Rita Gore and Christa Ludwig, because these ladies have been very well known for their voluminous, large, wide-ranging, and really expressive voices, which can not only hit the low notes of a contralto, but also reach soprano heights. And I've always respected Madame Zajic as an opera singer because of everything she did. She had a superb and absolutely pristine technique, which she has been very well known for, and she is a very involving singing actress. And when I heard her performance as Gertrude, yes, that mightiness in her voice and that meatiness that she was very well known for were still there. However, because of age, it seemed as though that, given the fact that she is in her 60s, the age in her voice is quite conspicuous. But that did not hinder her talents as an amazing singing actress. In fact, she was able to embody Gertrude with the appropriate amount of haggardness, but at the same time, the appropriate amount of anger which she feels for both of her kids for disrespecting her. And she was able to bring everything to the table in such a way that made her stand out superbly as a great singing actress. Yes, her voice did show some age, but she had that pristine technique which she was very well known for and which made her stand out exceptionally. Gerhard Ziegel was a riot as the Wicked Witch. However, if you know me, I always love it when I hear a dramatic mezzo or even that of a high-reaching contralto sing this particular role. But all tastes aside, I still have to give loads of credit to Gerhard Ziegel for embodying this character with the appropriate amount of hamminess, nastiness, menace, and a sort of unique charm which made him stand out as a great singing actor. Now, for those of you not in the know, Gerhard Ziegel has got to be one of the most versatile tenors I've ever heard. Not only does he specialize in character parts like Mime from the Ring Tetralogy and the Captain from Wozzeck, but he also specializes in the spinto tenor and Heldentenor repertoire, with roles like Tristan, Lohengrin, Tannhäuser, Aegisth, Herodes, Canio, and many other great roles suited for this extremely versatile and charismatic Heldentenor / character tenor. These days, he's been singing the role of Mime the world over, and he has also been praised in this part for good reason, because he is an amazing singing actor. And those acting skills were not only evidenced 3 years ago when he sang Herod at the Staatsoper im Schillertheater, but also here when I heard him sing the role of the Wicked Witch. He was able to make this character laugh and snarl like a hyena on the prowl, and I was basically on the edge of my seat when I heard his voice. It was able to ring with such power, but at the same time, he was able to sneak in a great amount of menace to make the witch come alive as a character. And this gentleman has been honing his skills for many years as a great singing actor, and he was absolutely in his element when he embodied this iconic villain of a character. Rihab Shaeb was an absolutely fabulous Sandman. However, there were times I found her tone to be slightly fruity. If you know me, I always love it when the Sandman is sung by a light lyric soprano. Any light lyric soprano who specializes in the likes of the Shepherd Boy from Tannhäuser, Ännchen from der Freischütz Eudoxie, from La Juive, Urbain from Les Huguenots, Elisa from Il Re Pastore, and many other great roles for either a light lyric or a light soprano who has that breezy and light and airy voice, which makes her quite ideal for characters like this. Rihab Shaeb's voice is, like I said, kind of fruity. However, all tastes aside, I have to give Rihab Shaeb lots of kudos for everything she did with the Sandman. Yes, it's a small part, but she was able to bring in a lot of charm, lovability, and an overall sense of beauty to this small yet entertaining character. She did an amazing job embodying the Sandman that I have to give her a great amount of kudos for everything she did with this small yet lovely part. Hye Sang Park was an equally lovely dew fairy, all thanks to her lilting and lovely light lyric soprano voice. She was able to hit all her notes accurately, and she had a very pleasing tone which made her so lovely to listen to. She has a brilliant future ahead of her, and I cannot wait to see where her career will go. So overall, the singing was exceptional, not only from the main kid characters of Hansel and Gretel, portrayed by Tara Erraught and Lisette Oropesa, but also all the singers: Quinn Kelsey, Dolores Zajic, Gerhard Ziegel, Rihab Shaeb, and Hye Sang Park. This was a major collaborative effort as everyone did an amazing job, and the conducting done by Donald Runnicles was nuanced, crisp, and absolutely gorgeous to listen to. What more can I expect from someone as great and iconic as Maestro Donald Runnicles? He certainly knew how to take charge of the orchestra, and he really knew where to tease out certain lines so effectively that I was practically on the edge of my seat because of his major skills as a conductor. And of course, the chorus and orchestra of the Metropolitan Opera House were absolutely fabulous from beginning to end. So overall, with amazing vocal performances from all the singers and equally great conducting by Maestro Donald Runnicles, last night's radio transmission of Hansel and Gretel by Engelbert Humperdinck was an absolute treat, especially for the holiday seasons. And for those of you who listened to this particular radio transmission, what did you think of it? Did you feel like Tara Erraught and Lisette Oropesa stole the show as the iconic sibling duo of Hansel and Gretel? Did you feel like there was another singer who stole their thunder, whether it be Dolores Zajic, Gerhard Ziegel, Rihab Shaeb, Hye-Sung Park, and or Quinn Kelsey? Or did you feel like there was someone who kind of stuck out like a sore thumb? Comment below and let me know. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in for my final review here in Berlin, as I'll be going to Helsinki, Finland on Thursday for the holidays, which is that of Puccini's La Bohème at the Deutsche Oper Berlin, starring Elena Guseva as Mimi. So until then, good night everybody and happy holidays.